What's up guys, Kate here with another crypto update. Hope everybody's doing well and let's kick it off. So first up, on the digitalpoundfoundation.com, we can see a few members, and let's actually pull that website up. We can see under the member community, Accenture, Early Ripple Investor, Avalanche, and AVAX. We have CGI, absolutely massive, and we've covered them a few times before. We also have Electroneum or ETN, another crypto asset. You have Modular, the company Ripple, and also Quant. And they're an independent forum supporting the implementation of a well-designed digital pound. And I wanted to highlight that because we can see happening this week, shared by Ripple, registered for the Digital Pound Foundation's webinar, with Ripple's VP of Central Bank Engagements and Central Bank Digital Currencies, James Wallace. And every time I see James Wallace's name right here for Ripple, this is actually on OM5's website, listing symposium partners including Algorand, Ripple, Microsoft, Accenture, Meta, and Swift. And the official monetary and financial institutions forum right here is a $43 trillion think tank focused on central banking, economic policy, and public investment. Next up, King Solomon sharing right here, Swift has already implemented blockchain wallets and plans to go live with ISO 24165 digital token identifiers, aka crypto assets, in November of this year, 2023. Probably nothing. And looking at the screenshot, he also provided the link if you follow him at IOV_owl. Settlement of non-deliverable Forex transactions and options in digital currencies is included in FX News Category 3 that do not have an ISO 4217 currency code. The format of this identification field for digital assets is changed so that it's aligned with the ISO 24165 digital token identification. So once again, the link is right here on msn.com. We can see that Swift wants to implement crypto and blockchain functions. And while Jim Cramer and the majority call the crypto asset class a scam, yes, there are scams. There are silly tokens that will do nothing. They are solely a hype bubble. But there's also utility live and being built at scale right now. We have the BIS, the central bank of all central banks, allowing banks to hold 2% of reserves in cryptocurrencies. If the central bank of all central banks didn't think the crypto asset class was legitimate, why would they be planning to do this? This will not actually be live until January 2025, where banks can hold 2% of their reserves in crypto assets. But for me, that's confirmation that the future is going to be including the crypto asset class. Side by side, the securities market and the commodities market. We have X Frontier right here just highlighting the Boston Consultancy Group expects the IP market to be a $3 trillion business opportunity by 2030, also highlighting the tokenization of global illiquid assets estimated to be a $16 trillion business opportunity. X Frontier is highlighting CASPER here in their partnership with IPWE, and they're both on Hyperledger's foundation. And I think it just makes sense for other L1s. As we've highlighted, CASPER is a layer 1 smart contract platform that has upgradability. The future is unwritten. We shared a while back when the CTO of CASPER Meta was also highlighting that upgradability and mutability is super important for enterprises to also stay relevant and compliant. Not to mention the 25 million intellectual property patents that are launched on CASPER's blockchain as NFTs. The partnership with IPWE, which was just announced in Davos, Switzerland. And I wanted to highlight Tokenizer's tweet alongside LA Chain Stats. In quotes from the CASPER CEO, the past being immutable is a feature, the future being immutable is a bug. Upgradable smart contracts with flexibility and customization to hybrid networks will be the future of enterprise-grade DLT. I think it makes complete sense. Years ago, people thought it was only going to be Bitcoin. Then Ethereum came with smart contract capability. A lot of people thought Ethereum was still a joke. Oh, Bitcoin's better, it's a store of value, blah, blah, blah. But then different institutions, JP Morgan, Consensus, a variety of firms actually see the value in business logic for smart contracts. Now, ETH is cool. I wish Bitcoin and ETH well long term, but there are more efficient networks that can scale, that are more versatile for enterprises. So we have LA_chain stats enlightened by their CTO also when she explained how it makes sense for these enterprises to have upgradable smart contracts in order to adapt to new regulatory requirements and updates. Certainly the most flexible blockchain out there. And feel free to check out the CASPER playlist as well, or you could just type in Kevin Cage, CASPER hashtags, and hopefully find some old threads. Going over some different features of CASPER in terms of high scalability, we have sharding, and there's also no slashing risk when you are staking or delegating your tokens, which I'm a huge fan of. You can take a peek, and yes, I do believe the coming years are going to be very big for CASPER. In the use case for a successful enterprise-grade Layer 1 is massive. It's not just going to be in the gaming or NFT space. It's not just going to be in the intellectual property space. It's not just going to be real estate or fraud mitigation or banking or payments. It can be anything. So it's going to be exciting to see where some of these layer 1s really pick up the most traction in which industry verticals. Now I want to highlight this and also talk about XRP. So if Ethereum's market cap right on coinmarketcap.com surpassed over $500 billion during the last cycle. Of course, there was some utility, total value locked was high with DeFi protocols and lending platforms, along with DEXs and also NFT hype. But Ethereum is still not the most efficient network, it just has the highest level of adoption and developers, also liquidity. Who's to say that there will not be other layer 1 competitors in the future that can do this, especially with utility? And I'll provide some examples in this video just to give you a taste. And remember, years ago, although only for a brief moment, XRP even flipped Ethereum's market cap. Now looking at XRP, the market cap today is 21 billion. During the last run-up, we really topped around 75 billion in May of 2021. It didn't surpass 500 billion, that's still over a 5x from that price. And here, back in 2018, in January, when XRP went to as high as $3.84 or $3.81 on one of the highest exchanges. XRP did that without being listed on a variety of exchanges like Coinbase. XRP was not nearly as liquid as it is today. There were far less holders. On-demand liquidity, or XRapid, was not even alive. It wasn't even being used by institutions. Now, was XRP being tested by banks years before that? Yes. But what do you think utility can do? XRP is facing a lawsuit for over 2 years with the SEC, and I know it crashed down to 17 cents, but it went to $1.96. That is over a 10x, simply because the bull run Bitcoin is pumping, and the market volume typically will wash trade between different assets. In my opinion, that was not utility. We have not seen what utility can do for certain cryptos. We didn't even go over 500 billion like Ethereum. And the same thing can be said about Algorand, HEDERA, CASPER, you name it. Pick your favorite L1. Now what's even crazier right here is we have Avery Dennison. Now this is a huge HEDERA partner tracking billions of items. This is utility. Now on HEDERAtransactions.com, we can see on their mainnet over 3 billion transactions on HEDERA's main network. But the crazy thing about HEDERA, for one institutional user the other day when we saw all the transactions going extremely high, during the interview, HEDERA shared that was only one partner. So I want you to entertain this, and this is not financial advice, decide for yourselves. If one single partner had that many transactions, HBAR was flowing. The price also moved up, whether it was from utility directly or also speculation and the recent Bitcoin move. Instead of one partner testing HEDERA or using HBAR in transactions. What will 6, what will 12, what will 50 different enterprises at scale transacting billions of HBAR per day do to the price? So we have Avery Dennison right here. They're a global materials science company specializing in the design, I almost said degen because I'm on crypto Twitter too much, and manufacture of a wide variety of labeling and functional materials.
Which is helping drive savings and sustainability through traceability at the item level. We've got our coffee bean bags here, and we're showcasing the traceability journey of the coffee beans. And as you can see, we've got the labels here, the QR code, which is scannable, and we can show the traceability journey of the product. And we've got the back end of our Atlayo platform, the dashboard, which shows the different functionalities and capabilities that the platform delivers.
Which is where we store product master data, different attributes about the coffee bags themselves. So shelf life, weight, GTIN, and SKU as well. And within here we have each individual coffee bag at the item level with the item identifier, which is the SG10 here. Moving on to our trace module. As you can see, this is where we do item level traceability. So we have different events tracing the bags of coffee throughout its supply chain journey. So there's a commissioning event taking place, packaging, receiving, shipping, all the different events.
So anyways, that is just one example leveraging HEDERA right now. I almost said blockchain, but you know Hashgraph is a DAG. It is a lot more efficient and a lot more scalable. So they're doing item tracking. They are using customer identifiers, SKU numbers for coffee bags currently in labeling all of these products. So imagine different marketplaces or how enterprises are even tracking all of this. So the use case for Avery Dennison, one single partner, is absolutely massive. Tracking billions of items by recording events to a ledger any party can transparently understand and trust the provenance of information. Because today, centralization is an issue. It is not always trusted. Sometimes things are messed up. Sometimes there is fraud or mistakes that cost these enterprises billions or millions. You have AI, you have machine learning, you have all of this automation that is going to be taking place and existing, or at least transacting over some of these hybrid ledgers. So what happens when HEDERA's main net goes from 3 billion to 10 billion or trillions of transactions? You tell me. You can go to HEDERA.com and look at the users. We have Avery Dennison right here. 22 billion plus items connected to the cloud, 300 plus new items added per second, over 5,000 global factory participants. By assigning unique digital IDs to everyday items, providing unparalleled end-to-end transparency, tracking, storing, and managing all the events associated with each product. Do you see how big this can be? And this is just one partner. So when I show you use cases for HEDERA or the tokens itself for tokenizing assets, sustainability, payments, healthcare, identity or identifiers, data compliance and fraud mitigation for that group, digital commodity exchange, it's massive. And for anybody saying, yeah, but price isn't moving. Okay, leave the market. I'm going to be here for years because I believe in this technology. Next up, Brad Garlinghouse, CEO right here. This is a quote from Status. We are now processing billions of dollars in transactions every quarter. Well over half that transaction volume goes through XRP. This was said at Davos in Switzerland just this month. And last but not least, before I get working on another video to dive more into alts because I've been slacking on YouTube for the past week, I wanted to share a quick clip of Desiree right here, and this is a customer testimonial for iTrustCapital. This is linked in the top of the YouTube video description. You don't have to use my link, but if you do, and you fund your account to have a crypto 401k or a crypto Roth IRA, which is 100% tax-free, you'll also get $100 as a funding reward. So be sure to use the link in the top of the video description. Friendly reminder, there are no monthly fees. This platform is free besides trading, which is just a 1% transaction fee. And I also have an iTrustCapital playlist on my YouTube channel if you'd like to check that out, and all information can be found in the video description. Over $6 billion in transactions, over 2,000 5-star reviews, all types of assets if you guys want to check it out, and I know that more are on the way as well. And I hope you enjoyed, and let's finish up with this clip.
I'm Desiree, and I invest in crypto using my iTrustCapital retirement account. I did not look into anything else aside from iTrustCapital. It was kind of a no-brainer. It's only 1% transaction fees, and it lets you buy and sell cryptocurrencies tax-deferred or tax-free. It really doesn't get better than that. Given this technology world that we live in, we're often met with robots on the other side, not with iTrust, because iTrustCapital has a human on the other end of the line. If you're thinking about investing for your retirement, you should be looking at iTrustCapital. iTrustCapital is the best.
If you enjoyed this video, I'd greatly appreciate hitting the like button and subscribing. Let me know your thoughts down below. And as always, my link tree is linked right in the top of this YouTube video description with all links, crypto resources, and discounts. I'll catch you in the next one.